Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Well, today we want to bring you the latest of the Linux Mint updates. Of course, Linux Mint provides a very good monthly news update at the end of each month, and I try to cover that when I can. And today we are going to go ahead and have a look at it from top to bottom, and I'll provide a little bit of my commentary throughout. First is an update on their app, Warpinator. So this is a file transfer app. I've demonstrated it on some other videos in the past. Basically, it's also available as a Flatpak, and it's in the Linux Mint repositories. It will allow you to connect together files, basically a good file transfer protocol between computers on your network. And it is a Flatpak, so if you have Flatpaks enabled, you can go ahead and use it. You don't have to use Linux Mint with it, so you can just go ahead and spin this guy up anywhere where you have Flatpaks. Well, now they actually have an Android app for it. So if you liked Warpinator and you're like, this is a cool application, and you use an Android device, then you can go ahead and use that. And so here is where we have what we have. Here's our available devices. So you can then go in, grab your files, transfer it over. Now they have here the Google Play link. There is somewhere down here. I thought there was one for F-Droid, but it turns out that I have not seen it on F-Droid yet. Head on over to the GitHub page that's here. And if you go down here, they have get the APK from the releases page. So you can find the releases page over here on GitHub where you can go ahead and grab it from there. But we also have, let me see, releases over here. So here is the APK. If you want to sideload it yourself, you have that option. Now it says here also available on F-Droid and Google Play. This is Izzy on Droid, which is not F-Droid, but this is does have a way. And I've not used this platform before. I don't know anything about it. I did go over to F-Droid. I was not able to find it. So maybe this needs updated. Maybe it's just not on F-Droid yet or whatever else. But of course, Google Play over here and the releases page, so you can sideload it in any of those. So Warpinator, in my experience using it, was very useful. I don't particularly use it myself, merely because I have a very good file transfer system that's built on my network anyway. So whatever. But for those that don't, for anyone just having your computers put together without a big network share system in the middle like I have, then this is absolutely an application that you might want to look at. Shells. Shells is a service that will allow you to do a desktop as a service type approach. We first saw these types of things coming down with like Windows. It's like, oh, we're going to have virtually accessing your Windows programs. You could purchase a Windows 10 desktop. You just log in on your existing computer into the web browser and you have it. Begs the question, who's logging into a web browser? Because those of us on Linux probably are spinning up Windows in a VM if we need Windows. And everyone else is either on Windows or Mac. So I don't know. But anyway, this is another similar service, and there are a few different distributions that I saw coming down the pipeline with shells. There's another I saw just the other day we mentioned in a video that had one over there. So this one here is, this is a service that you can use where you are you can basically have your desktop in the cloud and you can access it online. So shells, you can run Linux Mint on a web browser, on any web-enabled device, in a desktop app, mobile app, and in Android and in iOS. So you have those options. So they have a picture here of, I don't know if this is an Android tablet or what this is, but it's on a Logitech Bluetooth keyboard with a little mouse here, so they could run it in the cloud like that. So it's kind of cool. It's basically like a VirtualBox service. So this is a cool thing. If you've not used Linux Mint before and you want to give it a test out, this is another way you can try it out. Is it for me? Probably not. I'm not a huge fan of deploying my stuff on other people's servers and utilizing services like that, but it is kind of cool to be able to do those services there as well. They have a pricing special there, so if you are interested, feel free to use this link here. This will help support the Linux Mint team. It's up to 56% off on a 3-month plan. So you can get a basic one, personal cloud computer, one processor, 40 gigs of RAM. That's not too bad for $664 a month. So it's $19, about $20 for 3 months. So it's not bad to test it out. Here's $40. You have a little bit better of a system. And then here's just shy of $75 for a really beefy system up there in the cloud. So that's something else that they are working on. And I'm sure that they are probably getting some affiliate revenue from that. I don't know for sure. But you can go ahead and host these. You have a couple different worldwide places, 3 places in the United States, Netherlands, or Japan. So you can go ahead and use that. So that's kind of neat. Hypnotics. There was some discussion. I saw this on the some people talking about it. So, and I kind of refrained from comment to figure out what was going on with it. Indeed, I opened up my Hypnotics on one of my VMs, and yeah, nothing was working. So Hypnotics program wasn't killed. They explained what happened here. They were utilizing a service called Free IPTV, which collected a lot of different free internet-based TV systems and deployed those. But there were some conflicts going on in the program, and the program shut down. And so for a short period of time, if you booted up Hypnotics, you were not able to see any content, which was like, and that caused some people to say, oh, Hypnotics is already dead. Nobody wanted it. No, that's actually not true. They created Hypnotics because a lot of people said, this is a service we want, and have a mainline Linux distribution that comes with an option out of the box for watching internet-based TV. This is actually a pretty cool thing. And so with that, what happened there is for a couple weeks or so, Hypnotics was down. There was no information tying into it. You couldn't watch TV on it. So what they ended up doing, though, is they went to free TV. It is smaller, only 114 channels instead of over 2,000. The thing is, though, is that I think that that's going to be a good thing. I first looked at Hypnotics, and it was like, there's so many channels. It was so hard to navigate that honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of that. And so whatever that would happen to be. But this one here, it's just giving us 114, and they say it's very clear on its mission. They want to have quality over quantity. So I want to boot up Hypnotics again soon and have a look. This is good internet TV. It's a brand new application. They're still working out some of the bugs. So, and it is also on Linux Mint 20 as well. Cinnamon 5 is coming out. They will be working on probably in the next version, and you might be able to find some betas or not. I haven't really looked into it. But what they're doing now is they're talking about 4 different types of spices, and then they're talking about what they're going to do is going to kind of streamline some of the process, and then they're going to be able to update the spices inside of your update manager. So they're going to show up in your update manager, but they're not in the repositories. It's just that their update manager can now pull in information from the spices repositories as well. So if you did like to shore up your Linux Mint with other applets and other Linux Mint spices, then you can now do that and update them through the update manager, which is pretty cool. And the last point in their newsletter is Mint 18 has reached end of life, which means sadly I'm going to have to upgrade my computer soon because I'm still running Linux Mint 18.3 here. But I actually think Linux Mint 21 is quite solid. I am using it on a few other devices right now, and so probably in the next few weeks I'm going to work on phasing out my 18.3 and rolling up a Linux Mint 21. And I think, what are we on, 21.1 now? I don't know. Whatever we're on, 21, whatever the latest Linux Mint is. That's what I'm going to put on this computer here as soon as I'm done, because I'm not jumping from Linux Mint. It is absolutely epic. It is awesome. I do like the new styles. I do like the new theming. I do like the new Cinnamon. Overall, I think that Linux Mint is still moving in a very good, very positive direction. There are upgrade paths. I'm probably not going to follow an upgrade path. That always leaves a messy pile of stuff behind. I'm just going to put in a new hard drive, spin it up, redeploy the new system, and then we'll go ahead from there and transfer all my home directory over and make sure that everything is working, and probably yell and scream at the computer a little bit every couple days for about 2 weeks or so until all of the bugs are smoothed out. So there you have it, guys. There are the current updates from Linux Mint. They are just still moving ahead, moving along very cool. So just a brief summary, Warpinator now available as a sideloadable app or through not F-Droid, Is It, and on the Play Store. So you can go ahead and do that. You have the shells option if you want to try a VM in the cloud. And there's other distributions there too, not just Linux Mint. Of course, we have the update on Hypnotics. By now, you should be able to view television in Hypnotics again. You might need to update that. And then there's just some updates coming in on Cinnamon with spices and things like that. So there we have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Linux Mint in the comments down below. Thank you for watching this video from Switched to Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.